At the end of Doctor Who's latest episode, The Church on Ruby Road, we got a trailer for Doctor Who's next series, airing May next year. But what does this trailer actually show us about that series? Okay, so like I said, this trailer was at the end of The Church on Ruby Road for Doctor Who Season 1, which should be airing in May 2024. We don't know the exact dates yet, but we know it's going to be in that month. I will be doing a review for The Church on Ruby Road, hopefully in a couple days' time, but I'm currently filming this on Boxing Day, so I haven't had much time to put that together, and I want to watch it a couple more times before I do that. So I thought I'd do this trailer breakdown first because it's a little bit easier to put together. I haven't really prepared or anything for it. I'm just going to watch the trailer as it is and just kind of break it down shot by shot. So if I miss anything, let me know in the comments, and I might use those comments for a little bit of an everything we know for season 1 or something like that later on down the line.
Into the vortex.
So we open with a close-up on the 15th Doctor's eyes. This obviously doesn't give too much away, but this is then followed by another shot of Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor looking at something that we don't get to see, with a couple of people in the background. One of them looks like it's Ruby Sunday, just over his shoulder, and the other character we can't make out who it is. Chances are it's probably just a brand new character for whatever episode this is, probably episode 1 because of the outfit that he's wearing, but I have seen some people speculating on Twitter that this could possibly be Martha Jones, although even they don't think it could be that. But it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. I would love to see Martha return, and chances are she is still working at Unit, which we know are going to feature in this season and just recently featured in the 60th anniversary. We then see the 15th Doctor running down a corridor, which I assume is part of the 60s episode with the Beatles. This could even be like the entrance to Abbey Road Studios before you get into the studio itself or something like that. I do believe it's for that episode, which we now know is called The Devil's Chord, and I think it's also the episode with Jinkx Monsoon in it as well. We then have a shot of the 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday in the TARDIS with the same sort of lighting we saw in the Sonic Screwdriver reveal video, which I think is really cool lighting, the kind of blue and red lighting of the TARDIS. Although I think we're going to get multiple different variations of the lighting in the TARDIS, which is going to be great, similar to his outfits. And the Doctor says into the vortex and pulls the lever of the TARDIS to take off. They are in some quite interesting outfits during this moment, which I'm not really sure what it indicates. It's almost like army or tactical, like with a whistle around his neck as well. I'm pretty sure they also have cargo trousers on from what we saw in filming as well.
I have the whole universe at my fingertips.
Oh, this is new.
You can't!
We see the TARDIS landing on a cliff top, which we saw a bit of filming for this from quite a distance when it was happening, and I'm pretty sure the Doctor is wearing an outfit that we don't really get a proper look at, or haven't had a proper look at yet as well at this moment, and we do see this later on in the trailer as well. We see a shot of Ruby looking at what seems to be a door opening in front of her, and behind her you can see some tanks that look like they have maybe some babies in them. Possibly they're like clones of babies or clones of some alien. I don't know, maybe it's even possible this relates to her general story arc of being adopted, because we obviously know that she got left as a baby, so maybe it's got something to do with that. We see the 15th Doctor fighting against something with some sort of bright light coming from it, and we then see him pushing some big red sci-fi button, which could literally be anything in Doctor Who, to be honest. We see him dancing with Johnathan Groff's character, and we also see Indira Varma's the Duchess as well, with the 15th Doctor saying, I have the whole universe at my fingertips, and the Duchess saying, oh, this is new. And the 15th Doctor then says to Johnathan Groff's character, according to the subtitles of this video, he says, you cad. Okay, so I've just looked up what cad means, and apparently caddish behavior is something that's dishonorable or ungentlemanly.
Abbey Road Studios! Alright, let's take it from the top.
We then see the 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday in their 60s outfits in the TARDIS with the purple lighting, probably dancing to some Beatles track on the jukebox that they have in the TARDIS, followed by them walking down Abbey Road with the Doctor saying Abbey Road Studios, which we get another look at later on in the trailer. This is followed by a shot of the Beatles in Abbey Road Studios with their producer saying, alright, let's take it from the top. We do know from what Russell has said in, I think it was the Imagine documentary, that there is a big like high stakes fight sequence that happens in Abbey Road Studios during the episode The Devil's Chord, so it'll be interesting to see what that's all about. This is then followed by a shot of what I assume is the 15th Doctor standing on some sort of sci-fi landmine or something like that, which seems to activate with these green lights on it.
Ruby, there are powers beyond the universe.
Are you getting scared because you're just babbling now?
We then see Ruby Sunday on this cliff top that I was talking about earlier, where you can see a tree in the background is bending in the wind, and it was also like that in the previous shot, and you can see this woman standing in the distance, which is probably what's causing the tree to do that. People think this woman is Susan Twist, who appeared in the Isaac Newton scene in Wild Blue Yonder as Mrs. Merridew, and she also appeared in the newest episode, The Church on Ruby Road, as the woman who asks for a song request from Ruby's band, and she's also been seen during an interview with Russell T Davies on on a wall in Wolf Studios on what looks like is probably a magazine prop that's going to be used at some point in one of the episodes, where her name is listed as Susan Triad. And we do know a company called Triad Technologies or something like that is going to be showing up a lot throughout this series, and it's probably going to be to do with the overarching plot, maybe something like the Vote Saxon posters that we see in Series 3. We then see Jinkx Monsoon's character, who, like I said, I think is appearing in the Beatles 60s episode, which we've seen a bit more of a look at in this trailer as well. We then see these slug creatures, which we'd seen during filming. I think this might have had something to do with the Triad Technology stuff, or it might have been to do with the character that Anya and Barnard is playing, the kind of politician character, which weirdly we don't get much of a look at, or any look at him, I think, in this trailer. We then see Ruby in front of some sort of wreckage where she says, "Are you getting scared because you're just babbling now?" Presumably to the Doctor. And we see a creature that I think Russell has confirmed is the Bogeyman, which looks a little bit like a Demogorgon from Stranger Things to me. And they seem to be in this corridor that we saw during one of the 60th anniversary trailers. And once again, he's in the same outfit that I've speculated is the episode 1 outfit. We then see the 15th Doctor and Mel on the moped, which we saw a few shots of during filming, where the 15th Doctor says "Mel, faster," as they're driving through traffic. I think also this bus in front of them might have been where we saw that Triad Technologies logo from what I remember.
No job, no boss, just fun. Classic. I'd love it if you came with me.
We see the 15th Doctor talking to Ruby in front of the TARDIS. This could be where they parked the TARDIS during the 60th anniversary specials in Unit, but it could honestly be anywhere. We see Johnathan Groff's character pointing some sort of sci-fi gun at the 15th Doctor, which some people have speculated this could mean that he's playing Captain Jack. I personally don't see that to be true, and I don't see this as confirmation as that at all. It does make it a little bit more possible, but some people are literally taking this as confirmation of that, which I don't get. Maybe it's possible he's playing another time agent-like character that could be a bit like Captain Jack, or maybe they're kind of just replacing Captain Jack with him, but I personally don't see him as actually being Captain Jack myself, but it's still possible, obviously. We then see Ruby Sunday in her Regency era outfit with a book, seemingly throwing it at someone or hitting something with it, and then we see the 15th Doctor reuniting with Rose Noble in the Unit HQ, which we saw during the Giggle, so it's nice to know that Rose Noble is coming back. Maybe this means we'll also see a bit more of Donna again, but I personally hope this doesn't mean we'll see more of the 14th Doctor in this series, because this is Ncuti's first series. It's meant to be a bit of a jumping on point, so putting the 14th Doctor in there will be a bit complicated and will kind of overshadow Ncuti a little bit, so I really hope they don't do that. We then see a shot of Ruby reacting to something in awe with the Doctor behind in the TARDIS. I'm not sure what this could be, but like I said before, the shirt that he's wearing does indicate that this is possibly from episode 1, but he might just wear this costume in multiple episodes for all we know, so it could be something else. We see the 15th Doctor once again in the Regency era outfit with his sonic screwdriver, but this time he doesn't seem to be in some sort of Regency setting. He looks like he's on some sort of spaceship or something like that, so it's possible this is Johnathan Groff's character's ship, because he seems to be not from that era. We see a couple of shots of the Doctor and Ruby at the end of this trailer. This to me looks like it's taking place immediately after the end of the Church on Ruby Road, because they're in the same outfits, and the composition of the shots and where they're stood in the TARDIS look basically the same as where they were stood at the end of the Church on Ruby Road, so I wouldn't be surprised if the first episode takes off immediately after where we left off. And then we see a shot of the Doctor and Ruby together at the doors of the TARDIS with the interior behind them. I can't tell where they are in this shot, and for some reason to me this seems like it's more of a shot that won't actually appear in the episode and was maybe filmed just for this trailer, but it is possible that it is going to appear in the episode, I just can't tell. And the Doctor says, "I'd love it if you came with me," presumably talking to Ruby, but it could be somebody else. And that's it for the trailer for Doctor Who Season 1, coming in May 2024. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments down below, or if you have any theories as to what some of these shots could mean. And like I said at the start of this video, I will be releasing my review for the Church on Ruby Road in a couple of days, so subscribe if you don't want to miss that.